Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch.
Hi, welcome to this part. Okay, but look, if you haven't watched part number 1, please stop now and go and watch that. Okay, because it explains in detail about this whole study, and each one of these parts doesn't do that, and it doesn't even talk about adding the 17s and gematria and all that other stuff. Go to that first one first. But if you have already done that, welcome to the next part of that isn't what it says. Okay, defining communicate. There could be volumes to be said to verify the meaning of communicate, right? As it's used in verse 16 of Hebrews 13, right? The word being translated is koinonia, koinonia, okay? But the words that are being used to define koinonia, we won't go through all the numbers and everything, but koinonia is a partnership. In other words, literally, participation, or social intercourse, or pecuniary, that's money benefaction. But it's a from word, and the from word derives down into koinos, which means common. In other words, shared by all. Okay? But that's not the end, because it goes down to a third level to koinonos, which means a sharer. Well, a sharer is shared by all in common as they partnership and participate. You see how that changes the word communicate? Communicate? Paul's not telling the Hebrews that they should talk or write him a letter. Huh? If we take Paul's statement in Galatians 6:6 as context, we're going to see that this communication is sharing material things with your teacher. Yeah. In all good things is what he says. Oh, well, a letter is a good thing. Money. Support your teacher. Right, okay. And Paul makes this sharing of your God with your God teacher very clear in 1 Timothy 5:17 and 18, because he's down there with another church, and Paul is telling him, you better tell those people to remind them that the elders of the church, because of all the work they do for the church, have to be supported by the congregation. The same way you have to support the ox that treads out the corn. And you don't sweep up all of the corn that falls on the floor. You leave that to the ox, because that's his pay. Well, the elders have stuff to do. They can't work a 9 to 5 and be the elder too, right? And neither can your pastor. That's why the tithe goes to your pastor. If he's teaching you about God in the Bible, if he's teaching you how to support missionaries in some other place, that's not part of your tithe. That's part of your voluntarily giving, whatever, above the tithe, okay? Above that 25%. Okay. The next one is going to be the word hour. Hour.